Hello everyone, it's Mel Monster here, and I want to talk about Starfield today. I remember watching the not E3, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, and I was excited for Starfield. And then they did you know, the opening and all that stuff. And I found myself a bit underwhelmed by it, to be honest. And I just thought, oh, why is this? And I just kept on rewatching the gameplay. And the first mission, when you walk off the ship and all that stuff, it's just little things that didn't sort of immerse me in the game, such as the robot companion not having footprints as it was walking on clearly mud. And it's like these little things sort of add immersion, and these little details make the world. And you saw the like little crab scuttle away, and it didn't leave any footprints or anything. And then it just kept on watching, and then it went into sort of a third person perspective. And you can see, I don't know, the animations didn't quite work for me for some reason, um, which is really, really unfortunate. And I felt the comparisons with No Man's Sky is, I can see why people are comparing it, mainly because like the laser and stuff. And I thought, well, why, you know, I imagine people at Bethesda play a lot of games, and I think they would notice that because it looks very similar. So why not go in a different direction, just so you know, you don't really get that. Like, how does a laser mine components? That's kind of the thing I never thought of. How about you just plant things and it just either small range teleportation or something like that. That it's 300 years in the future or something like that. There's could be like small teleportation kind of thing, but only short range, so you can teleport it to your ship or something like that. Just go in a different direction, more original and stuff. Like, oh, humanity's learned how to teleport things, but only like small, things, and like minerals and materials and stuff. Not like human beings or anything, because that's way more kettle of fish. You could have that explained via a document or anything about teleportation or something in the game. And then it comes to this sort of shooting gallery sort of thing. You see the character reload the weapon just outside. And I'm a stickler for animations. And I noticed the gun, when it's reloaded, the sort of ammo pack doesn't go into the weapon properly. So he pulls it out and puts it in, and it clips over the top of the weapon and clips through the weapon, which I thought, well, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Um, so I didn't really like that, and I think yes, there's probably right delaying it quite further, because animations are quite important. I think for players' immersion and stuff, and just an overall polish really. And then I did notice sort of there were character reactions when they were getting shot. I give that sort of a oh yeah, that looks right. The flinching as they get shot and stuff. Um, but there just seems an overall sort of there's quite a bit of glitchiness to it, which isn't for a game that's been in development for God knows how long. You need that sort of fix now, especially after 76. People are expecting the best from you now, and you really need to deliver. So I'm guessing that's why it's been delayed. But overall, I just didn't really feel excited for it, which is really strange, especially from like Bethesda games. It's just like it's really sad. And then we go to New Atlantis and we see the trees. The trees look flat. They look terrible. Just like really bad. And it's like just these flat things, like they've been squished and then popped on a tree. And it's just like, these kind of things. And then we see the faces and the lip sync. But when I was watching it, I felt like it was off. Like it didn't, it's much improved from like Fallout and stuff like that and Skyrim. But it didn't seem right, which is strange. I think it's to do with that. It wasn't the in-game audio; it was audio over the top, and I think that might have been the issue. that they just extracted the audio and played it on top of the character's face, so it doesn't look like it's coming from the character. And some of the facial sort of animations need tweaking and stuff like that. But then it sort of goes into all these panning shots and stuff. And some trees look great, some towns look really busy, bustling with life, and that's sort of the things I want from a Bethesda game. Like some odd characters, like the golden guy with the slightly balding head and stuff like that. It's it does like make me want to play it, but not like in a more like it's a new open world game, and I have kind of been starved of that. So keep playing Skyrim and all these other games and stuff like that. But it's not really got me engaged into the story. I'll probably be more like wandering around, seeing what I can do and pushing the barriers of the game rather than playing the story. And I think that's what you do with Bethesda games, to be honest. But yeah, and it's like I like the thought of the anti-gravity stuff, and you're just floating around. I wonder how that will play and things like that. And like the hopefully the diversity of like the fauna and flora and stuff is good between each sort of world and stuff like that. But it looks like it'll be procedurally generated, which is concerning. So we all know what that can be like, especially with like Mass Effect Andromeda and No Man's Sky initially. I just hope this needs to be a really good game, and like it looks like they got the character creation down. Like a lot of people do look a bit similar and stuff, but I imagine you can tweak it a lot. And you have different walking styles, which looks really cool. I wonder like what kind of walking styles can you do for your character and stuff like that. Some of the armors look interesting and stuff like that, but it's like you'd probably just be wearing a spacesuit most of the time, and then when you may be on like like a normal sort of place, like a on ground and not in space, you just you could sort of take that stuff off. But then it's like, how does that system work? It'd probably be like the outfit system in Fallout 76. So you'll have your clothes underneath, and then in your sort of like your spacesuit. So if you're in space or you're on a ship or anything, you'll be wearing that. But yeah, it does look interesting. The settlement system, I hope you can have like because you see in this shot you can have like a top down sort of build it that way instead, and I hope that's okay. I hope that's the way you can do it, because I'd hate to keep running around it and building it that way. Because the settlement system I didn't really enjoy in Fallout 76 or Fallout 4. It's just a bit clunky and stuff. Whereas if you can just make pre-established sort of oh, this is a containment field to make your water and stuff and all that. I do like the ship making. I think that'll be interesting. Like everyone will be wanting to make like the best kind of starfighter or cargo ship you do. Hopefully you could swap out each ship, so you don't have to change your ship. You could just buy a new ship that's designed specifically this way. And I think they do say that. Space flight, I'm not really a fan of. It just space flight's always just felt weird. I could never get used to it. But like seeing it first, third person, hopefully they add the HUD onto the third person, because I'd hate to. I could only shoot in first person with a reticle and stuff like that, so they need to make sure they add all that in. But yeah, some of the visuals look pretty good, like the planets and stuff. But then some are just really missed the mark, which is a shame, really. Well, it does feel like people were saying like it feels like Skyrim in space, but it's more like Fallout in space. With the inside, the stuff, it just reminds me that like Vault Tech or something. I'll be interested to see if you can visit Earth and all that stuff, because I don't know how they'll incorporate that. It'd be like, oh, it's restricted airspace, you can't come in, or something like that. Hopefully. But you could go on Mars or something. But I hope there's sort of like colonies within Mars and stuff. Or it's just like, oh, why isn't there all that stuff, even though we're saying it in our reality, and this is based on, not probably based on our reality, but you know, close to it. So the game has like 1,000 planets you can mess around with, which is, you know, that sounds a bit crazy. It'll be a modder's paradise, which is good. But overall, it's I don't like the idea of it just being like copy and paste planets, really. Hopefully there are some unique items, new unique locations on each planet. If it's just one or two scattered about it. Like hopefully you could scan from orbit so you could just get to the good bits and then probably just explore for resources the rest of the planet. I also saw like on the scanner, it tells you about the entire globe. Some of the, like, oh, this only has 4 resources on it. It seems a bit low for an entire planet, but okay. Well, it's just a game, so. I do like the dinosaur looking things and all that stuff. But yeah, that's about it. My opinions on Starfield. I'm sort of intrigued by it, but not like, oh, it's gonna be a game I must buy. Will cover it on my channel, but I'll probably do it on the Xbox Game Pass because we already have that, and there's plenty of games on that, rather than the Steam version. But mainly because I want to probably play that, see if it's any good, and then be like, yes, I'm either sold on it or I'm not, and then we'll find out from there, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, just my thoughts on the video, well, not the video, the thoughts on the game, which is sort of, you know, kind of intrigued, but not really, oh, I'm gonna pre-order this straight away, and all that stuff. Yeah, so, you know, some mild optimism there. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.